Hello, everyone. This is Dylan from Half Moon Run. Today, I would like to try something new that I have never tried before, and this is going to be a tutorial video on how to play Throes. A lot of people have asked me to do this. I've been very shy about it because I've never done anything like this, but here it goes. I'm going to give it my best shot. This piece I was lucky enough to have on my band's second album. Had a lot of positive responses. It was just it wasn't really planned. It was something that I just sort of had in my head, and it just sort of came out of thin air in studio. One of those little magical moments that just sort of comes out of thin air. Anyway, here we go. It's pretty basic in that the main pattern only has two chords, but there are a few things you need to pay attention to while it's happening. But once you figure out the basic pattern, it basically just continues for the entire song across just, I think, 4 chords total or whatever. So let's start with the first chord. Again, this is what it sounds like all together. So that's the first chord here, and there are 3 things going on. The first thing is the left hand, which goes in a rising pattern starting on G. So G, D, G, B natural, D, F sharp. That wonderful F sharp, which is the same that the right hand does up here. It's the same as the melody. So again, the left hand, G, D, G, B, D, F sharp. And while that's happening, we've got this right hand melody that's descending, starting on the F sharp. It just basically follows those 4 notes, but within this rhythmic pattern that includes a little octave accompaniment. So the octave accompaniment just sits on the B here. So if I only do the melody with the left hand, we're going. And then if I add the accompaniment here, so the accompaniment, altogether, you're only ever playing 1 note at a time in the right hand, but there are sort of 2 elements to it. There's the melody and the accompaniment. So the accompaniment on its own goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then you just fit the melody into the spaces there. So that's all that's going on. So we put that with the left hand. So that's the first chord. And then for the next part of the pattern, we just need to go to F sharp minor with a few fun little out of chord notes that I really like, but we'll get to those in a sec. But basically, it's the same pattern as the G major part, but now we're just going to do it over an F sharp. So in the left hand, we have F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A, D, and this is one of the weird ones, and then an even weirder one on G sharp. And then it goes back down to F sharp. But with the same melody in the right hand, except for the octave accompaniment jumps down to A. So altogether we have So again, just the melody with the left hand here. And with the accompaniment on the A octave. So those are the first two chords, and now we repeat those chords. So back to the G. And on this second time, the one little variant that I like to do is to just add an A in the left hand on top of those rising notes. So in the left hand, just like before, but then we add an A. So all together. And then back down to the F sharp. So that's the main pattern here. We repeat those two chords twice, or one repeat, twice overall. And then we're already at the outro now. So the outro is the same idea. It's the same general pattern, but we just have two more chords to learn, and the chords happen twice as fast as they did in the previous pattern. So the first chord is, it's kind of a strange one to say out loud here, but it's a C sharp major over E sharp. I know, I'm sorry. I say E sharp just because we're talking about the major third, but it is actually just the F on the keyboard. So the whole chord kind of sounds like this. You got E sharp in the bottom, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Just the basic chord with no inversion would just sound like this. This is just what it sounds like on its own, but I just like the sound of this inverted chord here. So that's basically what's going on. So the first part here goes, this is the melody. And the accompaniment pattern is on a G sharp. So, and the left hand moves twice as quick here. So the left hand. So just to do that a little more slowly here to show you what I'm talking about, we do the F, F, G sharp, C sharp, C, and then E, E, G sharp, D sharp, C sharp. So now with both hands together. And then repeat. And then we fade out for the end. And that is the whole song. So just a quick recap here. We're starting off on the G major 7 with an F sharp for the melody in the right hand, and the left hand starting on the G, and the accompaniment wrapping around this F sharp with the B octave here. So here we go. And there you have it. There is Throes. I hope that that was easy and clear enough to follow. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask me. I will do my best to clarify as much as I can. I hope you liked this. This was my first try. Have a good time trying it out. Let me know how it goes. Thanks. Bye-bye.